Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Losing It with Don. Today, I want to talk a little bit about my morning routine before I get out of bed every day. A couple years ago, I discovered yoga, specifically the Diamond Dallas Page yoga program, and it's pretty amazing some of the transformations of the students that have been studying with him and that have undergone his program. But what I've mostly focused on is those stretches or are those stretches that impact the areas of my body where I felt a lot of stiffness and soreness. So, real quick, it takes me about 30, maybe 45 seconds to run through my stretches every morning before I get out of bed. And basically, I'll put it up on the screen over here. Slide over, give you a little bit more room. So what I do is I start out every morning stretching my feet. I've suffered from plantar fasciitis for a long time. And if I don't do these stretches every morning before my feet hit the ground, my left foot specifically will be in a great deal of pain for the first couple hours that I'm on my feet every day. I'll flex my toes down, hold them for about a 12 count, flex them back up, hold them for about a 12 count. And I'll normally do this twice, 2 down, 2 up. Next thing that I move on to is my kind of a hip joint. I have always found out years and years ago that my right leg was a little bit longer than my left leg, and it's all because my pelvic girdle was knocked out of alignment. So a lot of times when I'm sleeping throughout the night, my pelvis will get back out of alignment, and I have found that these next 2 stretches are the absolute best stretches that I can do, and I will feel myself self-adjust. It's almost like going to the chiropractor just from these 2 stretches. The first one, I simply slide my leg up to where my knees point at the air, put my other foot on top of my knee, and let it fall to the side. Hold that for a count of 12. Then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Hold it for a count of 12. And I will do this 2 times per side. And one of the things that I have found is that since I do this exercise, or as long as I've been doing it, if I stay on top of it, I don't really have a whole lot of sciatica issues. And sciatica is one of those things that has always just, it'll knock me out, and I can't do anything for the whole day when it starts flaring up. So this exercise is a great exercise, I think, to keep the blood flowing through my pelvic girdle and to stretch out any of those muscles, realign my pelvic girdle after I've been sleeping through the night. Similar reasons for this one. All I do, and it's kind of difficult, I was in limited space here trying to get these stretches, but I'll take my right leg up in the air and I'll just allow the whole thing to fall to the left. A lot of times what I'll do is I will put my opposite hand to the leg on my knee, and I have found that if I drop my shoulder and push down on my knee, that what I didn't crack with the first stretch, I'll crack on this one, and it'll come up almost into my thoracic area. Feel my spinal cord just kind of releasing those discs popping back into place. You'll also notice on the last exercise or stretch and on this stretch, I'll also kind of move my hand out to the side, and that stretches out my chest and my shoulders. I used to have to do a whole lot of stretches for my neck and shoulders and chest, but I found that since I started just incorporating this here, it'll save me 20-30 seconds when I got to get up and get going, and I feel amply stretched just from doing these. All right, and then the next thing I do, I roll over. This pose actually has a yoga name. I don't know what it is, but go almost like a push-up position. I think it's called a cobra pose. Push myself fully up, extending my back, and I don't really pop anything here, but I feel my chest, my abs stretching, some relief in my thighs, my lower back, just stretching those muscles out. And then I'll come back into almost like a bowing Buddha or something in that kind of territory. It's just stretching myself back. You might can notice in the video I'm kind of working my hands back and pushing myself into the stretch. feel my lower back, my glutes, some release from there. And I'll do each of these. I only did each of these once in the video, but in the morning I will do the cobra pose. I'll work myself back to the bowing pose, back to the cobra pose, back to the bowing pose. And from there I normally just swing over and get out of bed and go on with my day. Guys, there's a lot of good reasons to use yoga, especially if you're doing a lot of time on your feet. And the exercises I did are tailored to me. Those are the stretches that hit the areas of my body where I feel the most pain. I would recommend maybe taking a couple yoga classes, talk to the yogi, explain to them where your problem areas are, and they can show you some poses and stretches that will help release your pain. I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't even have to go to a chiropractor as long as I stay on top of my yoga. So guys, that's it. Kind of a little bit longer video than I intended it to be, but I really think that anyone that's out there that's following my channel, you're trying to lose some weight, you're probably up into a little bit later in life, and you're probably aching in a couple areas before you get out of bed in the morning. And I promise you, if you take a little bit of time, learn to do some yoga, it will make you feel better. It'll get your day started in the right direction, and I believe it sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. So guys, that's it for today. Thanks for following along, and I hope to see you on the next episode.